Enaruna. Here we go from Hilton Coliseum. Cyclones looking to move to 4-0. And the tip controlled by Iowa State, and it is the aforementioned freshman point guard Tyrese Hunter. Cyclones won last time out against Alabama State 68-60 in a game that was competitive down the wire. Hunter driving and gets two right off the bat.
Nice to see that early from the Cyclones. Grambling State comes out in a little bit of a matchup zone. I think maybe picked up for that from Alabama State the other night, and Iowa State's ready for it, handles it with a nice dribble drive there by Tyrese.
Kingsby from 16 feet, his shot off the left side, and it's Hunter gathering it in. Grambling picked fourth in the SWAC. The Tigers are 0-3 to start the year. They lost last time out to New Mexico by 25, and here's Enaruna with the left hand.
Nice to see him get going early. I know a lot of fans are excited about what he can potentially bring, and he's been a little quiet thus far, but I think Enaruna's been trying to find his role on this team, and it's nice to see him get off to a quick early bucket. Sometimes that's all it takes to get a guy going.
A lot of transfers on this Grambling roster. Kristen is one of those. He lost the ball. Cam Kristen, originally from Allen, Texas, but started at Boise State, now in his third year in Grambling, Louisiana. Good start for Iowa State. Cyclones lead it 4-0. And it was a horrific shooting night on Tuesday for Iowa State. The Cyclones just 1 of 20 from 3. Somehow still won the basketball game. Kalscheur runs in to Grambling, and it was Coward taking the charge and a turnover for Iowa State, although a travel first, not a personal foul.
Yeah, and I look for the Cyclones to bounce back tonight from the three-point line. I didn't think most of their looks the other night were really all that bad. They just, as a team, didn't have it going, but they need to continue to step in and shoot with confidence when they get open looks.
The good news for Iowa State is it still won the game. One of just 9 teams in the last 25 years that shot 1 or 20 of worse and still won.
And I think speaks to what this team has embodied through its first 3 games. So get a nice dribble drive into 3 there from Grambling State. But when you shoot 5% from the three-point line and you still find a way to win, you're doing all the right things, and the rest of the, defensively, rebounding, those sorts of things.
Kalscheur inside the arc off the back rim. Condit keeps it alive. And Aruna gets a second chance with a foul on Grambling. Here is the A.J. Taylor 3. He's a native Iowan from Davenport originally. Winding road to get to Grambling. Spent some time at Southwest Mississippi Community College and then to NC State. And Aruna inside with a left hand. He can't get it on the doorstep. And it's 4-3 Iowa State. Kingsby. A 3 in the corner, a foul called, as it was Brockington crashing into the Grambling shooter. And that was, I believe, it was Cowart who get free throws.
And you see a little bit of what Kingsby can do there. Shifty with the ball, comes off of that pick and roll, forces a long closeout.
Yeah, Mickey Kristen was the one drawing the foul on Brockington. And Kristen gets 3 free throws. First team SWAC preseason. Averaged almost 14 points and 4 rebounds a season ago. This is a Grambling team based on the preseason that's a step up from Alabama State. Of course, Cyclones played Alabama State on Tuesday, also from the SWAC. Grambling picked 4th, and they have been in the top half the last 4 years in the SWAC.
Yeah, and when you watch these guys on film coming into this game, the guards really stood out to me. Some nice playmakers, and this is a scrappy bunch. I anticipate them, really kind of coming out tonight and trying to bring the fight to the Cyclones, try to get on their first victory of the season.
3 losses against good competition for Grambling State, losing to Grand Canyon, as well as New Mexico and Texas Tech out of the Big 12. Brockington breaks pressure, lost the ball, and a foul called, and early foul issues. The 3rd foul in the first 2 minutes.
And I like this from Brockington. They're going to come out and 3/4 court trap you. Rather than just playing to just break the press, I like pushing the issue and trying to penalize them for extending their defense.
Grambling has scored the last 6 in this contest. Hunter high to get the inbounds pass. Showing off the hops. Kalscheur drives it. Plenty of time on the Iowa State shot clock. Brockington to Kalscheur. Step back, 17-footer. Rebound Condit to Enaruna. His right-hander got 2 more. Tristan and Aruna with 4 early points.
You like to see that early offensive rebounding energy from the Cyclones. I thought the other night that was an area that I was looking for coming into this game, a better effort on the offensive glass, and nice to see that Condit getting his hand on the ball and then Aruna cleaning up the mess and finishing.
Cyclones out-rebounded by Alabama State on Tuesday, but off to a better start this evening. All tied up at 6. Lamine over to Cowart, being harassed by Hunter. Tough jumper for Cowart, and another rebound for Aruna. Hunter off a Condit screen. And a deep 3 for Tyrese. Another rebound to Iowa State, and Brockington, he can't get it to go. And it's Lamine finally pulling it away for Grambling. Iowa State still yet to make a 3 in this game. Game tied at 6. 3 new Cyclones scheduled to check in.
Iowa State doing a good job of extending their ball pressure, but doing it without fouling, something that they've adjusted quite a bit early on. Is nice back cut there by Grambling.
That was Danier Kingsby, the Bradley transfer, giving Grambling the 2-point lead. Yeah, we saw Alabama State play a lot of zone defense. I'm guessing Iowa State's going to see much of that until they can start shooting the ball better. As Hunter drills a 3.
And on time, Hunter answers. I think that's something you're going to see a lot of teams do to Iowa State, whether it's via man-to-man or zone. Until they prove they can consistently knock down outside shots, they're going to pack the paint and try to force them to do that. I think Iowa State's got to continue to stay true to their offense and not settle for early ones, but when they get opportunities to step in like Tyrese just did, do it with confidence.
The second 3 by A.J. Taylor. Grambling retakes the lead at 11-9. Hunter with 5 early points. Brockington puts it on the floor, driving and converts. No! Offensive foul first. Well, the shot gets waved off. Brock turnovers on 27% of opponent possessions.
And I think as we see this game play out tonight, that's going to be a big friction point. If Iowa State can force those turnovers and get out in transition and score some easy ones, that could go a long way to helping them get their 4th victory. And conversely, if Grambling State cannot turn the ball over and continue to shoot the way they have, that's going to improve their odds.
Only 1 turnover through the first 5 minutes for Grambling. Thus, Grambling has an 11-9 lead. In the game for the first time is Moten. Over to Kingsby, 5 on the shot clock. Kingsby from deep over Grill. And Hunter has it for Iowa State running. Hunter to Grill. Hunter left open, doesn't fire, and Scott, will be interesting to see how Iowa State plays without Brockington, and Caleb Grill knocks one down.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen Iowa State not be able to have Isaiah on the floor for an extended time in the first half, I anticipate. We'll see if TJ puts him back in there, but to me, he's kind of been the quiet leader on both ends of the floor for them. I'm curious to see how Iowa State responds without him on the court, and again, a great start there with finding Grill open in the corner and him knocking down the shot. They need that outside shooting from him this year.
2 threes tonight. That's already 1 more than Iowa State had all of Tuesday evening. Foul picked up by Grill, so he picks up his first 3rd team foul on the Cyclones. In a very short bench for Iowa State. Moten's 3. Another chance for Grambling. Good rebound by Kristen. Kristen attacks with the left hand. He scoops it in over Rob Jones. And Grambling's been impressive on the offensive end.
And that's something that TJ's not going to be happy with. Iowa State's doing its job, making these guys take tough, contested long shots. Teams are going to attack them on the glass all year. It's going to be a focal point on game plans, I guarantee it, with the lack of depth along the front court. And Iowa State's just got to do a better job of cleaning up those long rebounds.
Good movement here for Grambling. It's another Taylor 3. This one's short. The Tigers have a 1-point lead with Tyrese Hunter for the Cyclones. Kalscheur's been held quiet. His floater.
And an offensive adjustment that I've seen so far that I like from the Cyclones is a more concerted effort to really attack the paint. Whether they shoot the 3 or not doesn't really matter in my opinion. It's those paint touches and playing inside out that's going to be the key for this team to take a step forward. And I see it in their eyes tonight. They're driving the ball with more authority than they have in previous games.
Grambling stuck on this possession. An offensive foul called. Grill takes the charge. It was the displacement by Kristen. And a turnover for Grambling.
I think Caleb's going to be so important for this team. His three-point shooting early on this year stands out to me, and then his energy on the defensive end of the floor. There's no let-up when they sub out a Kalscheur or a Brockington from him as far as the defensive presence that he's provided for them.
Trey Jackson into the game for Iowa State. Hunter gets a break for Iowa State. Several subs in the game. Jackson, Grill, Coons, and Jones all in there. Coons holds it between the circles. Kalscheur, the lone starter in the game for Iowa State. He drives it, lost the ball. Jones gets two hands on it in traffic and misses. A second chance, no, and saved in by Coward. Rob Jones in 2 straight possessions has been right near the basket, unable to convert. And a block called on Kalscheur. That is the 4th team foul on Iowa State. Just the first on Kalscheur. Cyclones in game number 1 got into major foul difficulty. Better job the last 2. It's going to be a storyline all year for this group.
It is, and it's a delicate balance because this team relies on its defense and turnovers to create offense. And learning how to balance that without getting yourself in foul trouble will be something that they'll have to toggle with all year.
Taylor over Grill, 2 more. A.J. Taylor with a game high in 8 points. He's a Davenport North Wildcat in high school. Found his way to Grambling, and in his homecoming to the state of Iowa has been very impressive.
And give Grambling credit. They're not turning the ball over. You can see they have a skill level on offense. They have the ability to make shots, as we've seen. If they can continue to do that, turnovers is a big part of the way they want to play. It's part of their offense. I mean, they won't let you run your normal offensive sets. They kind of take on a Frank Martin-esque type of a defensive intensity. So for Grambling State to come out and handle it the way they have early, that speaks well of their guards.
Ball tipped on Iowa State's possession. 5 seconds on the shot clock for the Cyclones. George Condit back in the game. Cyclones have not scored in the last 3 minutes. I think probably coincided a bit with both Brockington and Hunter on the bench. Hunter in there now. Put 7 on the shot clock. Grill inbounds to Coons in a trap, and he lost the ball but bailed out with a foul call. They get Kingsby for the reach, and Danier Kingsby was not a fan of that call. So fresh 20 for Iowa State. This is one of many road trips for Grambling. Started the season on a three-game West Coast trip. New Mexico, Arizona, and West Texas. Now here to Ames. Here's Hunter. Coons a corner 3 and drills it. Jazz Coons knocks one down for the 2nd straight game.
Tyrese Hunter's had a couple of those plays already, probing the paint, getting in there and finding open shooters, and Iowa State tonight, knocking them down at a much better clip than they did on Tuesday.
Coward crosses over on Coons. And stepping out of bounds was Kristen. There's a Grambling turnover. And Jazz Coons did not make a 3 in the first 2 games in a Cyclone uniform. Made the only 3 on Tuesday night, and from the same spot he did Tuesday, hit a corner 3 here.
Yeah, and the thing I like to see, the threes are coming from paint touches inside out. I'm not a data analyst by any means, but I would be willing to bet if you took the percentage of most college shooters of shots that come inside out, the statistics would tell you the percentages go up considerably.
And now Coons inside off the nice feed. And he's going to try an old-fashioned 3-point play. Iowa State much better against the zone defense last couple of possessions.
The ball movement, the player movement's better, and you see Jazz, I think, starting to really kind of find his way on this team. I saw it the other night, and he's picked back up on that performance with a great start here.
An Iowa State career high 5 points for Jazz. Originally from Slovenia, then spent several years in Pullman, Washington with Washington State. Misses the free throw, and the rebound to Kristen for Boise. Jazz had a great summer for Iowa State and then has been dealing with a couple of injuries. They feel he's almost back to 100%. I think his play is reflective of that. Here's Kristen on Condit, almost lost the ball.
Yeah, and when you've been dealing with, I think he had some back issues and ankle, it can take a little bit of time to get your timing back, and it's good to see him, his activity level on the defensive end too. You see his legs getting back under him.
About halfway home in the first half, it's Cyclones by 2. Hunter probing, finds Coons again. The assist from Tyrese Hunter, his third of the half.
And Iowa State, I noticed tonight, they're setting a lot more early ball screens for him, which I think is going to really be big for Tyrese as the season plays out.
Look at the rebound for Hunter.
What happens there is that the defense doesn't have its normal chance to set itself, and then you get a dynamic athlete like that sees the floor on cue. He sets up another one. He is going to give defenses fits if they are not set, and he gets downhill on them.
The Jazz Coon Show has broken out at Hilton Coliseum. The big fella with 10 in the last 3.5 minutes. 9.5 to play. The Iowa State lead is 7. Now Jazz locked into the defensive end. Here's Kristen on Grill. Caught it, a big block. The big right hand on it and keeps it alive.
That's just excellent anticipation by George.
Coons again. Yes! And a timeout for Grambling. That everyone expected in the summer.
And TJ's called him a cerebral player,
yeah.
and with guys like that, the nice thing, he steps out, he can knock down shots, but you can also run some offense through him out of the high post. He sees the floor, can pass, set up some dribble drives, those sorts of things.
Officially was a 3, so it's a 10-point Iowa State lead, and Coons has 13. Hunter watching Kingsby. Grill over to help. Kingsby in trouble. Has nowhere to go. A near jump ball. Instead gets it over to Lamine. Now a tough drive by Moss misses. Cyclones are on a 13-0 run. It's Grill for 3. No. Condit the follow. No. And that's the first miss of the year for George Condit. He was 7 of 7 before that one. Tough move by Moten and a block called. Tyrese Hunter called for the foul, and that's just the first on Hunter. Take a second look. Hunter in the restricted area. That's an easy call to make, and free throws for Tremichael Moten, the junior out of Shreveport. 7 points, 4 rebounds, 3.5 assists for Moten. And makes the first free throw. And that stops a 13-0 run over the last 3 minutes. Jones in for Iowa State, in for Condit. Moten collects them both. It's an 8-point Iowa State lead and some pressure from Grambling. Grambling has a reputation under Dante Jackson of applying a lot of pressure. They're one of the SWAC's best in creating turnovers for the last 4 years. And Coons is fouled, and that's the 7th team foul on Grambling, so more points potentially for Jazz Coons.
And again, you see some of the things that Jazz brings to the table, being able to handle the ball and help with the press break. Those sorts of things out of your traditional college forward are very valuable for teams.
There's Dante Jackson looking on in his 5th year at Grambling. A 1-1 for Jazz Coons. Makes the free throw. 87% free throw shooter a season ago. Very impressive number for Jazz. He was the first transfer to commit to TJ Otzelberger and Iowa State. He's actually more than likely going to commit to TJ at UNLV. TJ gets the Iowa State job, follows him here to Ames, and I think Iowa State's going to be happy to have the 6'8 forward.
They had a couple of guys. Then Caleb as well followed TJ
Indeed.
Here from UNLV.
27-17, Iowa State leads it by 10. And ball knocked out of bounds. Stays with Grambling. 8:10 left. And Brockington on the bench with 2 fouls, and Iowa State has done a nice job with its senior leader on the bench.
They've responded really well.
Good pressure here, and a 5-second violation. No, a violation, I believe, on Iowa State for reaching across. So delay of game called on Iowa State. Do that again, it's a technical foul. Quinton Murrell inbounds into Moten. Kingsby's been held in check for the most part. Iowa State's best defender in Kalscheur all over him. Danye Kingsby. Over to Lamine, it's stolen away potentially, but Kingsby keeps it alive. 4 on the shot clock. Kingsby over Jones, no. And a shot clock violation. Went to Hamilton High School, and TJ was 8 miles away at St. Thomas More. A lot of Milwaukee flair to this game, including Tyrese Hunter from Racine. And there's Jazz Kuntz, who has tied a career high with 15 points in this game already. He is out of the game at the moment. It's Trey Jackson for Iowa State. Hunter from the left side. Cyclones now 5 of 10 from downtown.
And I know that one didn't go in, but you're seeing the ball get from one side of the court to the other a lot faster and a lot more often for the Cyclones. And I think more good things are going to continue to flow for them offensively if that's the case.
Scott, shooting's a fickle thing. It just takes a couple right, and then you're feeling great about yourself.
Shooters can kind of be like golfers in a way. It can be very mental, and confidence is a big thing. And, you know, I remember times where I felt awful about myself for my shot, and all of a sudden you get out, you get to the free throw line, make 2, then you get a steal, and now you're feeling like $1 million, and bam, you're back on. And you kind of saw that from Jazz and really the entire team here in the first half, coming off of a tough shooting night the other night.
Condit in for Jones. This Grambling State program, in 9 non-conference road games this year. They've had 3 winning seasons in the last 4 years. And prior to 2006, they hadn't had a winning season until Dante Jackson arrived. So again, kudos to the rebuilding job he's done in Grambling, Louisiana. Here's a Jackson 3, and he buries it. The 6th 3 of the half for Iowa State. And Iowa State's up 13. Kingsby, double team by Condit, rises up off the left side. Another board for Condit.
Trey Jackson, I think, deserves a lot of credit. You know, here's a guy that, you know, upperclassman coming off the bench. He does nothing but make winning plays for them when he comes off the bench. His energy is outstanding. TJ talks about what he brings on the practice floor. I've been very impressed with him as a backup guard early on.
Kalscheur hasn't made a 3 yet tonight, but does get free throws. The senior from Minneapolis and De La Salle High School. And Kalscheur makes the first free throw. One of Kalscheur's high school teammates plays for Grambling State, and that's the big fella, number 32 there on the baseline, and Malik Lamine. Lamine a couple years younger, but they won multiple state championships for De La Salle High School, a perennial power up in Minneapolis. They've won 26 state championships, De La Salle High School. Another Cyclone that played there a couple years, of one of your former teammates, and Royce White. Or White transferred to Hopkins High School, another power.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a couple of national power programs up there at the high school level.
And it's one of those pipelines Iowa State would love to reestablish. Here's Hunter. Crosses over on Cowart, over to Grill. Good ball movement here for Iowa State. A lot of time on the shot clock. A Hunter 3, ring it up. Hunters makes Iowa State 7-3 at the half.
But this is where the things that lead to this, the ball movement, the player movement, helps all 5 guys on the court feel in the flow of the game. And that doesn't guarantee you're going to have a great shooting night, but it's certainly going to improve your odds.
This doesn't look like the same Iowa State shooting team from Tuesday night. Iowa State on a 23-2 run over the last 6 minutes and has stretched out to an 18-point lead over Grambling State. And ball movement has been great. Defense has really turned up on Grambling. Their life has been much more difficult.
with the way Iowa State guards, if they can get to 35 or heck, maybe they even get to 40 in this half, you're going to win a lot of ball games, scoring those kind of numbers with the way they guard it.
Taylor hands out for Moss. Inside for Taylor at a big start to this game. Kuntz back in the game, causes a turnover. It's Kalscheur running with Grill. Kuntz left alone momentarily at the free throw line. 18-point Iowa State lead. Grambling no longer in his zone. Grill to Hunter. 5 on the shot clock. Hunter threw it away. Stolen by Cowart. And a rare Hunter turnover. Here's Cowart, an acrobatic move, misses. Ball tipped to Hunter. Hunter. Inside with the right hand. Banks, no. Condit's tip, can't get it.
Great dribble drive there by Hunter, though, and I love the extra effort by Condit. You don't get rewarded with 2. You'd like to see that, but those are the sorts of extra efforts on the offensive boards that they need out of Condit, Jazz, and the rest of the Cyclones.
Condit picks up a foul on the attack by Moss, and free throws for Prince Moss, the senior from Alabama. He's also spent some time in Iowa, spent a year at Iowa Central in Fort Dodge. He's a super senior for Grambling State, his 6th year of college basketball. Averages 8 points and 4 rebounds. That extra COVID year, some have taken advantage of, and Moss came back, wants to do some great things this year for Grambling. This is the first free throw. Grambling hasn't scored in 4 minutes and 10 seconds. And Moss breaks the drought. It's a 17-point Iowa State lead. Kalscheur on a run out, has numbers. Back up from 16 feet. Rattles out. And a high rebound for Cowart. Couple of stops in a row for Grambling, and Moss is fouled.
Yeah, Grambling, since they've moved to man-to-man, has actually guarded it a little bit better. Iowa State was able to get them out of that zone with their 3-point shooting. I still think that is going to lead to some positive things as far as opening up opportunities for Hunter and others to get on the dribble drive game. But give Grambling credit; they're fighting back here and getting some tough stops. That's what they're going to need to get back in this one.
Second foul on Kalscheur, so he joins Brockington on the bench with 2 fouls. TJ Altsberger has said that he's not afraid to play guys in the first half with 2 fouls. It's not going to be one of his hard and fast rules. He'll play guys, but depending on the situation, and so far has elected to keep those 2 on the bench with 2.
Yeah, and I think that there'll be times, like you said, where the game won't be a 16-point game, and he might take a chance with putting Brockington back in. But when you're up 15, 4 minutes to go, if you can get to the half, up 15 or better, and get those guys into the second half without that 3rd foul, that's going to be huge for them.
There's huge numbers from the Iowa State bench in this first half. Hunter attacks, floats, and scores. 10 points for Tyrese Hunter.
And that's a different kind of drive from him, and I've talked about that a little bit. He's got the speed, and when you give him a crease, he can make you pay, but I love getting the shoulder into the guy and getting right into a runner. That's something you typically don't see from guys until a sophomore, junior year.
Moss knocks down a jumper. Jackson in a trap, in trouble. Hands over to Hunter. Hunter corrals it, throws it up, misses. Rebound over to Grill. Another chance for Iowa State. And Aruna can fire from 3, instead drives it with the left hand and scores. Tristan and Aruna has 6. That's an Iowa State career high.
You see what he can. You see one of the things that he can bring to the fold at the 4 position, being able to drive the ball. That's something I'd like to see him continue to build off the strong start he's had tonight, because that's a different thing he brings to the fold for them that none of their other bigs can.
He's got that length. It was just 2 dribbles and he was already at the basket.
Yeah, and you see the coordination. I mean, he's a very fluid athlete for a 4-man. A swing 4. brings a lot of versatility to the lineup for him.
Cyclones lead it in aims 39-22, 2:55 left in the first half.
Who would step up with Brockington getting those 2 early fouls? At first it was Jazz, and I think as the first half is wore on, Tyrese Hunter has really kind of stepped up as that second leader on the floor for the Cyclones.
And Kingsby's been held to only 2 points. Here he is with 4 points now as he knocks down a tough jumper.
Yeah, the Cyclones have made him earn everything he's got. Even there, that's a tough step-back fadeaway shot. Credit him. He's got that sort of shot-making ability, but the Cyclones are doing everything you could ask for on him tonight.
Kingsby can heat it up in a hurry. His career high came against Northern Iowa when he was at Bradley. Scored 28 points in a game for the Bradley Braves. Here's a Jackson 3. Get another one, Trey. Iowa State's 8th 3 of the half, the second of the half for Trey Jackson.
And you see more of the things that Jazz can do outside of just shooting, putting the ball on the floor for a dribble or two there, collapsing the defense and kicking it out to a shooter.
Tough move by Kristen, misses. Coons tips the rebound over to Jackson. Good team rebound effort for Iowa State. Up top to Anaruda. Hello. 10 in the half for Tristan Anaruda. Making 8 points in the half.
Great to see him get going, and you're seeing some of the things that has Cyclone fans excited about him. Being able to get out and run rim to rim and finish at the rim like that.
And it's a 20-point Iowa State lead. Moten switched on by Anaruda. Nowhere to go. Taylor over Coons. And it's Anaruda picking up board number 2 for the half. With 1:20 left, Iowa State leads it 44-24. You can see the confidence growing for Anaruda. Flashes to Grill. Now Hunter. Coons. Jackson's 3 from the corner. His 3rd of the half. And after making just 1 3 all of the game on Tuesday night, the Cyclones have made 9 in the first half. This game doesn't make sense sometimes, Scott.
It's not an even game. No, it's you have nights like the other night. It's great to see the Cyclones. This is the best offensively they've looked this year by far. And yes, the shots are falling. That always, that's what you need. But just the ball movement, the player movement, you can see these guys are getting more comfortable playing with one another, and it's paying off in a big way here in the first half.
Iowa State calls a timeout. Free throws upcoming for Grambling. And Grambling led this game about 11-minute mark of the first half. Brockington on the bench with 2 fouls, and it looked like, okay, this could be a slugfest again like it was Tuesday night against Alabama State. Jazz Coons comes into the game, scores 13 points in a hiccup, and all of a sudden Iowa State's up 20 plus.
Yeah, like we just alluded to, basketball, it's not an even game. Isaiah goes out with 2 early fouls. I'm not sitting there thinking, well, Iowa State will have 50 at halftime, like they might. So it just can be a fickle game that way.
Good balance for Iowa State. Hunter and Coons in double figures. Coons with 15, that ties the career high. Hunter with 10. Then 9 for Jackson, 8 for Anaruda.
Their bench has carried them in this first half. They've been outstanding.
Free throws for Michael Moten. Has 2 points tonight. Makes the first.
Curious to see if Iowa State tries to come out here and get a 2-for-1, or if they just play out a regular offensive possession and then just try to guard the last one.
Rebound for Coons. And with 45 seconds, Hunter pushes. Hunter. Ball tipped away, stays with Iowa State. With 36.4 left, Iowa State's probably going to run some offense. 19 on the shot clock. $27 points off the bench for Iowa State in this first half. Almost a turnover. Anaruda keeps it alive and drives it and dunks it. Anaruda with the big left-hand stuff.
And you can just tell now he's just playing, and you're seeing that natural athleticism and ability that he has to come out.
Just 2 points shy of a career high. He had 12 and 7 at TCU last year for Kansas. Last shot of the half for Kingsby and Grambling. And Iowa State's almost doubled up the Tigers. Kingsby double teamed. In for Lamine and blocked by Enaruna. What a half for Tristan. Just 7 first half turnovers, but right off the bat in the second half, the Tigers pick up a turnover and Hunter gets 2 free throws.
And I think you got to give the Cyclones credit. You're not going to turn every team over 20, 25 times in a game. That's just not realistic. But they only create 6 turnovers, but 7 for 22 from the floor for Grambling, 2 of 6 from the 3. So they're making them take tough contested shots. And then something I was hoping to see an improvement from the other night was the rebounding. Iowa State leads in the first half 23-11 in that area.
A steal by Enaruna, so 2 straight steals for Iowa State to start the second half. Brockington gallops with the left hand, and he misses. Enaruna tips it to Condit. Now Hunter an open look. Enaruna, another follow. Yes! Tristan Enaruna has tied his career high with 12. Scott right on cue. Iowa State attacking the glass.
Yeah, no, and that's something, George has done a great job with those second efforts. Sometimes as a big guy, you don't get rewarded. You don't get the rebounder. You don't get the putback. But him getting his hand on that ball keeps it alive, and then Enaruna is able to use his quickness and length to get it and get the second chance points there.
Bowden gets the second half start. Here's a Taylor 3. And Condit fighting with Lamine, and it's won by Kristen, who hits a 12-footer.
I think George has done a great job of doing a lot of things that don't show up on a stat sheet this year on both ends of the floor. They're getting great activity out of him. If he can continue to do that without fouling, he's going to be a difference maker on this team with what he's done thus far. It's just, you got to clean the fouling up a little bit and keep himself available.
Well, it's been overlooked because of the offense for Iowa State today, but George Condit, he hasn't scored, but has 9 rebounds in this game, and that's exactly what you want from the big man with a couple of blocks as well.
He's a very intelligent player. He sees the game a half step quicker than a lot of the bigs that they've played against.
Kingsby has been guarded by Kalscheur for most of the night. Moss. Now Kingsby. Back up 3 over Kalscheur, banks it in. Daniel Kingsby can heat up in a hurry, and he banks one in here. 23-point Iowa State lead. Double screen for Hunter on the set play. Would like to see Kalscheur knock one down. He drives and is fouled. No, he stepped on the sideline. That's an Iowa State turnover. Scott, you banked in a couple threes. I remember a few.
Yeah, one vividly on the opposite end of the court.
23-point Iowa State lead. Near steal by Condit. Here's Moten. Hunter slides in front of him, and a foul called on Condit. So, second foul of the half for Condit. He now has 3 for the game, and Iowa State will turn to Jazz Kuntz.
And those are the types of fouls I'd like to see George eliminate from his game. Love his activity, his effort. Nobody's going to question him there. He's just too valuable for this team to take himself out of a game like this.
Kristen lost the ball. It's Brockington get a hand on it. Look at him run with Hunter. Back to Brockington, blocked away. And a little activity after the play as Taylor got 2 hands on it, but Brockington gets free throws.
And Iowa State's really come out here in the second half, and they're starting to turn over Grambling a little bit, and then you see 2 just dynamic athletes in the open court. Doesn't get the slam, but gets to the free throw line. Hopefully we can get Brockington going here.
Brockington averaging 17 points and 10 rebounds. First free throw is good. He's one of just 8 players in Power 5 basketball to average 17 and 10 this year. He's had double-doubles in consecutive games. Senior from Philly. And gets the first 2 of the night. Brockington, the second ever player in Iowa State history that hails from Philadelphia. The first, Tashid Carr, who played at Iowa State in the mid-2000s under Wayne Morgan. A steal, nearly it is a steal, another one for Iowa State. Brockington, good pass over to Hunter, now Enaruna. Brockington thought about it. Has time and will fire and is fouled, so back to the line for Brockington. Foul on Kristen for Grambling State.
Cyclones imposing their will on Grambling here. Grambling did a nice job in the first half of not turning it over, but I think Iowa State's starting to wear them down a little bit. Tyrese Hunter's had active hands. Brockington's had active hands here in the second half. That sometimes on the defensive end, it does take 20 or 30 minutes to wear the opposing offense down a little bit.
This one short for Brockington. At 6'4", Brockington currently leading the Big 12 in rebounding.
Yeah, and the nice thing about that is I think Iowa State is going to play some small ball this year. And when you've got a guy that is 6'4" and averaging 10 boards, you feel a little bit more comfortable putting him at the 4 and taking advantage of some of the quickness that he has at that position, knowing that you can still compete on the boards.
3 points on the night for Brockington, the lead out to 26 for Iowa State. Several turnovers in this second half for Grambling. Coward, deflected, stays with the Tigers.
And it's not just the effort and the intensity of the Cyclones. Their defensive rotations have really impressed me. For a team with so many new pieces, a new head coach, to be so solid in that part of the game, a lot of times it takes teams the entire non-conference season to get their defensive rotations to where Iowa State's got them at.
Kingsby dancing with Kalscheur, and it's fouled by Kalscheur. That's his third. So the foul situation starting to pop for Iowa State, and Trey Jackson quickly off the Otzelberger bench.
And this will be an area where Iowa State can grow and needs to grow a little bit. I think you're going to see that as the level of competition rises and the guards are able to do this more, you're going to see teams counter their ball pressure by putting their head down and driving and forcing the issue.
Kingsby's second three of the half. Danier Kingsby is the first Tiger with 10 points. He scored 20 each the last two, and now Hunter turns it over. It's Coward on the run to Kingsby, back to Iowa State. A tough pass from Shondarius Coward comes up empty. Tyrese Hunter filling up the stat sheet again. 12 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, and 4 steals. The Iowa State record for steals in a game is 7 by Justice Thigpen.
I mean, for any player, any age, he has a very complete game. But to be a true freshman and have as complete a game as he has. I mean, his athleticism is unbelievable, but his approach is just as impressive, in my opinion.
Enaruna with easily his best game in an Iowa State uniform, now with a career high in 14 points. And Enaruna harasses that shot, picked up by Kuntz. Iowa State wants to run with Trey Jackson. Kuntz, can he get another one? Yes! Jazz Kuntz, his 4th three of the game. And the Slovenia native has 8 program yesterday in Tallahassee. Iowa State up 28 here in Hilton Coliseum.
And you see now TJ putting Isaiah at the 4. We talked about his rebounding, and this allows them to do that and not feel like they're giving up anything on the boards.
Taylor attacks Kuntz. And a high rebound for Brockington. Had to fight off Hunter to get that board. Brockington determined in the second half. He attacks and lost the ball. Maybe too determined on that drive for Brockington. Iowa State has made a season-high 10 threes in this game, 10 of 16 from deep, and with the contributions of Jazz Kuntz and Tristan Enaruna as well, this Iowa State team just keeps getting better through 4 games.
And that could be a real difference maker for them offensively. You know, Jazz and Enaruna are probably their traditional power forwards on the team. If they can get, shooting, driving from those two to go along with Brockington and Kalscheur and Tyrese Hunter, now you're starting to cook with gas on the offensive end for the Cyclones.
Trey Jackson misses his first shot of the game. And Grambling has had the turnover bug arise here in the second half. 4 turnovers in the last 3.5 minutes. And now up to 12 in the game.
I think it's also important to note Jackson and Caleb Grill shooting off the bench. If they can get those guys to knock down 3 or 4 outside looks a game, again, now you're talking about just different X factors that you're bringing to the fold every night, more ways to be proficient offensively.
Drive here by Moten, and the foul on Kuntz is his second. Coward on Kuntz, might have been deflected by Jazz, and he controls it. Kuntz has been a big component on the defensive end as well at 6'8". So I was going to play him at times like right now at the 5. Kuntz.
And when you have a guy like him at the 5, what that does is it inverts the defense. It pulls a guy on their side that's not used to guarding away from the basket out, opens up lanes for him to drive, but it also opens up lanes for guys to move and cut and pick in and out of the paint. Just kind of turns the defense upside down. That was something my senior year with Royce White. Obviously, he was exceptional at doing those sorts of things.
It's a 4-guard lineup along with Kuntz in the middle. Kuntz gets another block. Hunter. Corner look for Brockington. A cut for Grill off the assist from Tyrese Hunter. That is assist number 5 for Tyrese.
And you're just seeing the Iowa State Cyclone offense continue to evolve and grow even throughout this game. You know, the 3-point shooting has gotten the attention of Grambling, and then you see them countering there with a back cut. Tyrese just on point, finding guys. His court vision has been outstanding.
Hunter so comfortable out there. His attack is short, and Kristen has it for the Tigers. It's a 30-point Iowa State lead. Big drive by Moten, runs over Kuntz, no foul, but Taylor the beneficiary with the 2-hand dunk. Taylor has 10 in his return to Iowa. And a timeout called by Iowa State.
Yeah, I alluded to it a little earlier. This is one of my favorite weeks of college basketball, these non-conference tournaments. You get so many top-notch matchups, and the Cyclones are going to have 2 quality opponents out in New York. We'll see how they stack up.
Interesting when the polls come out tomorrow. I bet all 3 of those teams in that tournament will be ranked besides Iowa State. Memphis already is. Xavier and Virginia Tech were right on the doorstep of being ranked.
Yep, and you know, we'll also get a chance to see how the Cyclones play away from Hilton for the first time.
Brockington tips the Anaruna miss, and it's Kristen fighting off the Cyclones for the rebound.
It's good to see, though, going into this week, Iowa State get things going on the offensive end, getting contributions from more and more players. That's going to give this team a lot of confidence going into those games.
Quentin Murrell, the freshman from Milwaukee, is to Kristen, and a block called. Looked like Kalscheur might have gotten to the spot, but perhaps he was in the restricted area, and a tough night for Gabe Kalscheur continues. I don't know. The 4th foul on Kalscheur.
Couldn't see his feet if they were inside the circle or not.
Regardless, Cam Kristen gets 2 free throws, has 7 points this evening. Kalscheur, the one Cyclone, well, him and Brockington both, that really haven't gotten it going tonight. Brockington a little bit here in the second half, and Kalscheur exits with 4 fouls, 0 of 5 from the floor, but Kalscheur is going to be one of those guys, just like Kuntz had a huge day tonight. You expect Kalscheur to do that for Iowa State at some point.
Yeah, and just like we saw with Jazz, like we've seen with Anaruna, sometimes all it is 1 or 2 plays, and your perspective as a player completely changes, and that lid comes off. And we know Kalscheur from his time in Minnesota is capable of getting hot and scoring in bunches. it's frustrating as a player to have a night like tonight, but look for him to bounce back in these games this upcoming week and maybe have a big performance.
It's interesting. Kalscheur has played in 91 career college basketball games. He's been held without a 3 in just 11 of those games. It's possible he might be held without a 3 for the second straight game, which I think's only happened one other time in his career to have back-to-back games with no 3s. He's a streaky shooter, but it's going to go in.
It is, and he just needs to keep playing. He's doing all the right things on both ends of the court. I've talked a lot about liking how he's doing more off the dribble, you know, getting to the free throw line, those sorts of things. He just needs to keep playing, keep shooting. This team cannot afford to have him become quiet on the offensive end.
Well, Kalscheur been quiet, but Tristan Enaruna has been very impressive. It's best game by far in ISU uniform, and then you just saw another dimension. Enaruna taking it off the dribble, the spin move to get contact, and sky's the limit for Enaruna.
Yeah, and you know, we've talked about Brockington, Hunter, and Kalscheur being able to drive the ball. Now you bring Enaruna into the fold as a 4-man that can step away from the basket. You got 4 people on the court that can put the ball on the floor and get it into the paint. It just opens up the menu of things TJ can get to on the offensive end. Makes it a little harder to scout, a little harder to predict what you're going to get to.
Enaruna originally from the Netherlands and went to prep school in the States before winding up at Kansas. He was a highly recruited player out of prep school, 4-star recruit. It's believed to be the first time Iowa State has gotten a transfer from a conference foe in Kansas. And Bill Self didn't want to lose him.
And you can see why. I mean, he is an easy mover, runs the court really well. You know, when he rebounds the ball, it's above the rim. There's a lot of things that he does that as a coach, I can understand why Coach Self wouldn't want to lose a guy like him.
A 3 by Grill in the corner. Condit gets his 10th rebound. Back to his zone for Grambling. Hunter fires one up. Another board for George, but a foul first. And Condit now with 4 fouls. So both Condit, Kalscheur with 4 fouls. See if Rob Jones comes back in.
And being the Cyclones are up 30, I talked a little bit earlier about some of the fouls I didn't like out of George. Those are the ones that I can live with, that I like out of him, the aggressiveness. And that's why you don't want him to commit those fouls. So ideally, that would be a second or his 3rd foul. You don't have to take him out. But love his energy, love his effort, already in double figures for rebounding the basketball. And that's the type of difference that he can make for this team.
Well, it's Coons off the bench. For Condit. 10 minutes left here in the second half. Moten working on Jackson and Hunter. Here's Merle. Now Munford in the paint. Rattles it home. Zahad Mumford, the junior from Dallas, averaging a couple of points a game, and he gets 2 here. Lead at 26 for Iowa State. Hunter going downhill. Ball stays with Iowa State. TJ Otzelberger barks out some instructions to his freshman point guard.
Yeah, Tyrese, you know, over-penetrated a little bit, but if I'm coaching Tyrese, I want him pushing the envelope, driving the ball.
Kuntz knocks down another. Kuntz has 21.
And that would be a different dimension for this offense. We talked about Enaruna and his ability to drive it. If they can have a stretch 4 in Jazz who can consistently knock down shots like that, that's going to be huge for the progress of this team offensively.
And the 7th rebound for Jazz.
He's been just as impressive rebounding and on defense, too. It hasn't just been a shooting display for him.
Kuntz 5 for 5 from 3, 21 points. And Enaruna backs in, an offensive foul called. Not a fan of that call here at Hilton Coliseum. And Enaruna picks it up. That's only his first. Question was Cowart there in legal guarding position? It was close.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It's early.
Technically, Scott, I don't need to get in a lecture here, but you can be moving as long as you're in legal guarding position. So that's a little bit of a misnomer, but I don't know if he was actually in legal guarding position there. A 3 in the corner by Moss is an air ball, and it's Grill snatching the ball away. Kuntz, the crowd wants him to fire it up again. He's threatening your record, Scott. I believe at one game you had 11 for 11 from the floor, and Jazz right now 7 for 7.
I would love to see him break it. Oh,
the alley-oop attempt misses by Enaruna. Cyclones maintain possession for a Jackson three. Why not? Trey Jackson's 4th of the night.
You see just the confidence oozing out of the Iowa State players, the entire team. They're shooting with a lot of confidence, and it's interesting how quickly that tide can turn on the offensive end with the three-point shooting.
The lead at 32 for Iowa State. Trey Jackson has 12. Moten bodied up by Grill, and
this team, we talked about trying to find its way on the offensive end of the court and find an identity, and it's great to see Jazz kind of having a coming out party here. I think he's capable of being a 8-10 point a game guy on a consistent basis for this team.
Hunter breaks pressure. Still 7.5 left. Kuntz perfect from the floor. Jackson has been very good. His three. This one off the back rim. Enaruna with a big left hand on it. Keeps it alive. And is fouled is Jackson. Cyclones run over to pick him up.
And that's an area that Iowa State has really excelled at, not just defensively, but the 50-50 balls. I mean, Tristan Enaruna comes out of nowhere, taps it with his left hand, going to create an extra possession for Iowa State. Those are the sorts of plays that win games in conference play, or you're playing big programs like they will be this week. Those are the sorts of efforts that win games.
Hunter with 12 points and 6 assists. Jackson inside for Grill. What a look. Caleb Grill has 7. The Iowa State bench just racking up the points. Now 40 of Iowa State's 72. 7 minutes remaining. We're going to see Jaden Walker off the bench for the first time this year. Kristen on Enaruna, thrown away. It's stolen by Enaruna. Hunter running, runs into Moss and is blocked away. Good block by Prince Moss. Jaden Walker will enter the contest.
Enaruna's another guy, his career night offensively, but doing all the little things in addition to that, the rebounding, the extra effort plays. He created that fast break opportunity again there. He's been very impressive.
Walker has it right side, a sophomore from the Atlanta area. Grill an open look and buries it. Pure for Caleb Grill. Well, Caleb Grill now into double figures. Iowa State's 13th three of the game. An unbelievable response, really, after shooting just 1 of 20 5 nights ago.
And you love to see that paying off. They were patient the other night. The shots didn't fall. They came out tonight. They didn't blink. They didn't revert from their plan. They continued to play selfless basketball, getting the ball in the paint and pitching it out. It's great to see them be rewarded with a great shooting night as a team.
Free to respond by Zahad Mumford. Mumford makes Grambling's 5th three of the night. Lead at 34. Jaden Walker has it. Started a handful of games last year for Iowa State. Rob Jones also in there, and he goes in and is fouled. Everything going right for Iowa State. The bench continues to put up big numbers. This time Rob Jones. Entry pass, super underrated.
I was going to say, it's just a great execution. They set a little cross screen. He comes flaring across the paint. Caleb squares up and delivers it on time. And
Jones makes the free throw, but
I was going to say he's rewarded with a three-point play. I don't know. They call it off.
Foul on Jaden Walker, actually on the free throw attempt. And because that is the 9th team foul in Iowa State, it is free throws for Grambling and A.J. Taylor. Grambling gets to go home after this for a couple of home games. Expected to be a factor in the SWAC. Iowa State with 2 more games remaining against SWAC teams. Against Arkansas Pine Bluff, who was picked in the bottom of the SWAC, and then with Jackson State, who was picked second. Iowa State with 1 loss all time against SWAC competition, and that came 2 years ago against Florida A&M, who wasn't a member of the SWAC at the time, but is now. That was that New Year's Eve game that many would like to forget. Iowa State in no danger tonight.
And if you're TJ here, you know, you're up 36. This game's pretty well in hand, but you've got a big week ahead of you. I guarantee he's locked in and wants to see that the guys on the floor finish this game strong so they can continue to carry this positive momentum as a team into the big week.
Cyclones, first action away from Hilton Coliseum. They will depart tomorrow to Brooklyn, play Wednesday and Friday in the NIT Tip-Off Classic. Good defense here to harass Jackson. Here's Jones. Now Grill. Grill, a hesitation move, floats it up off the glass. Rebound for Taylor. His pocket picked almost by Iowa State and Walker. And now it is picked, this time by Jackson. Walker running and lays it up and in. Jaden Walker's first points of the year. Some athleticism for the 6'5" sophomore. Walker, one of just 3 holdovers from last year. Started 6 games a season ago. Jumper misses here. It's Walker getting a rebound. Walker coming to life.
You can see his ability. I mean,
his foul. Got great length at 6'5", 200 pounds. Had 14 rebounds in a game against Kansas last year.
Yeah, very, very bouncy athlete, graceful. You know, you can see why he got minutes last year, and it's good to see him get in there and acclimate himself to the game quickly. You know, having been in that spot, it always feels good as a player when your number is called to come in and perform.
Walker misses the free throw. Those 14 rebounds against Kansas last year were the most by an Iowa State freshman since Calvin Godfrey. You played with Calvin.
I did. Calvin was a terrific power forward, rugged, blue collar, and outstanding rebounder.
Godfrey eventually transferred to a SWAC school in Southern. Walker misses the second free throw. Jones tries to tip it, but is controlled by Mural and Grambling. Kingsby, deep 3. This one misses everything. With 4:35 left, Iowa State gets the basketball back. Grambling led this game 15-12 at the 11:30 mark, and since then it has been all Cyclones. Iowa State looking to move to 4-0 for the first time since 2016. Jackson. Now Walker jabs over to Jones, clears out space and lays it through. The assist from Walker.
And it's good to see Jones have a few nice finishes at the rim as well. You know, he's a guy that struggled earlier in this game with a couple of easy looks and seems to have made the adjustment, collecting himself. Nice jump stop there and powers up.
Now Moss jumper. Banks no. Walker picks up another rebound. Now Walker is going to fire a 3. And another rebound for Enaruna. Cut by Grill. No, Jones another attempt. Over to the Tigers. Iowa State out rebounding Grambling 43-17. The scoreboard is also very one-sided. Here's another 2 by Rob Jones. Cyclones by 39 at Hilton. scoreboard operator at Hilton Coliseum has been very busy today. Aubrey Jones tied a career high with 21 points, making 5 threes, and Iowa State rolled over Southern 96-55. The Iowa State women with 16 made threes this afternoon, and the Cyclones stay undefeated on that side as well. So if you're doing the math, Scott, I know you're a math major. 29 made threes by Iowa State today at Hilton Coliseum. 13 for the men, 16 for the women.
I always thought Iowa State was an outstanding, or Hilton was an outstanding gym to shoot in, and it's good to see both programs really get it going on the offensive end of the floor today.
I know you said that last game, and I think people were starting to wonder if that really was the case. Carter Booth into the game with a defensive stop. Now here's Walker running with it all the way to the rim, misses. Basket interference called. Lead on Iowa State, so that'll wipe off the possession. 3:07 left. It is Grambling State ball. And Aruna grabbed the rim while holding on to the ball. That is the violation. Under 3 minutes. Foul on inside. Jackson and Jones surrounded Taylor. And double bonus time for Grambling. A.J. Taylor from Davenport has 10 points, one of 2 Tigers in double figures. Makes the first. He's a high major player that enrolled at Grambling this year, transferred from NC State, played 1 game at NC State before entering the portal. And makes both free throws. Iowa State tries to get a shot for Carter Booth, the senior from Leon, Iowa. Here is Booth. Jones. Now Walker. Pull up 15-footer. And Aruna tries a tip dunk. Comes up short, and it's Taylor controlling.
You can just see the confidence booming out of him tonight. It just seems like a different player than from the first 3 games.
Taylor spins in on Jackson. Now Mumford. Dunked home. Prince Moss with the big right hand stuff. 82-47, Iowa State leads it. Walker into Enaruna, ball on the floor. Jackson, a step back 3. Off the back rim, and Moss has another rebound. Taylor for 3. Now the drive by the freshman Mural. Offensive foul called. Quentin Murrow goes crashing in. It was Trey Jackson there to take the charge.
And that's just more of the same from Trey. Again, he's been solid for them all year, and I can't reiterate enough how valuable it is for a team to have a veteran guard that can come off the bench, and whether he's asked to play 5 minutes or 25 minutes, he gives you quality basketball on both ends of the court.
1:15 remaining. Iowa State, a comfortable margin. Jackson to Walker. Rob Jones puts it on the floor. He's caught a double team. Hooks it up, no. Tipped up by Walker, and now Enaruna. Another rebound for Enaruna is his 8th. 23 minutes, 15 points, 8 rebounds for Enaruna. Jackson throws it to nobody. And they're getting ragged over the final couple of minutes here in Hilton Coliseum. But a big week this week for Iowa State. This 4-game winning streak has been huge for confidence. Didn't really know what type of team Iowa State has. It's clear there are some pieces here to work with. Really find out a high level of competition against Xavier Wednesday and then either Virginia Tech or Memphis on Friday.
Yeah, and I think coming into tonight, I even talked to some of the fans before the game. I think everybody knows what this team is capable of on the defensive end, rebounding it. it's nice to see Iowa State put a complete performance together on both ends of the court as they head into this week with the high-level competition.
A career high now in rebounds for Enaruna with 9. And the people at Hilton very pleased as Iowa State's going to move to 4-0 for the first time since 2016. TJ Otzelberger to 4-0 as Iowa State's head coach. Next stop, Brooklyn. Iowa State wins it over Grambling 82